Hello guys, Vizarish here bringing you another Total War Warhammer replay with commentary. For today's battle we have the forces of Slannesh, who are being led by Nekari itself, looking awesome as usual, my favorite faction and one of the favorite lords. And we're going against forces of Nurgle, who are being led by an exalted greater unclean one, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, yeah, exalted great unclean one with the lore of Nurgle. So let's just talk about the armies and then we'll talk about the matchup. For my front line, I have 5 units of Marauders of Slaanesh, anti-infantry, really great, decently fast, and with their anti-infantry they're a pretty good pick against Nurgle in my opinion. We have 2 Marauders of Slaanesh with spears, we have 3 cav units, 2 Health Riders of Slaanesh, the other one is the Seekers of Slaanesh. Let's start the game in normal speed. For Nekari, let's see the spells and items. We have Willing Prey with Stealer Sword, Lash of Slaanesh, Acquiescence, and Slicing Shard. We also have the usual passives as well. For our opponent, he has 2 Plague Bearers of Nurgle, 2 Beasts of Nurgle, and a Cultist of Nurgle with Summon and the Icon of Eternal Virulence. So my opponent also has a Plague Ridden with the Lore of Death with just Spirit Leech. So he got too close to cast a Spirit Leech, so I was banking on it, so I summoned 2 Chaos Furies of Slaanesh, and with Willing Prey and Acquiescence his melee defense is 0 and he's taking a lot of damage. But my opponent was pretty fast to respond as well. We have 2 Chaos Furies of Nurgle trying to go after my Chaos Furies, which they can easily win that fight. What I'm gonna do here now is I want to bring all of my cav units around here while my infantry try capturing objective number 1 and 2, and then just get down. One of my units are already done, but my opponent wasn't paying attention, so that means he's just gonna get surrounded and circle beaten to oblivion here. Nekari charging in with Stealer Sword. He's just he's destroying the Furies. He's just gonna go ham on this Plague Ridden as well, and yeah, just like that these units are done. But my opponent is not gonna go down without any fight. A really great cast of the Stream of Corruption, which did a lot of damage there. That was pretty scary, so I have to be a bit more careful. My 3 cav units took a bit of damage there. One of them is nearly done as well. But what we can do here is that we should bring our fast moving units, try to get on the objective before they get open. My opponent has a really tight grasp on objective number 2, and if I go for this fight it's just gonna be suicide. I don't have enough manpower, and I don't think Nekari is going to be enough to deal with these 3 units. I mean, even Exalted Great Unclean one-on-one is probably gonna beat Nekari handedly. So for that reason I summon a Soul Grinder. This is a really great unit. They can just go ham on a unit. One can hold, the other one can charge from behind and get benefit from that devastating charger. The Soul Grinder also has that with a decent amount of charge bonus. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I really like this unit in most matchups. So the objectives are open now. I already captured objective number 1. The objective number 2 is mine as well. I'm bringing the Marauder with spears to go off to try to hold these spawn in place, and at the same time I see my opponent wants to try to join this fight, try to capture objective 3. Now I'm standing here trying to tell him, hey dude, stop. If you go there, I'm just gonna go for objective number 2. I have the units here, and yeah, it's not gonna be hard. The spawn and the Marauders are locked in combat. I'm trying to move these anti-infantry units to go after the Plague Bearers. They're gonna lose, but they're gonna take some they're gonna do some decent damage as well. And with the the Whip of Slaanesh. We already got the buff, and yeah, we're dealing with this spawn pretty handedly. We also have some Health Riders to get some rear charges as well. So my opponent is really undecisive right now. He doesn't know if he should go for objective number 3 or 1. So he's splitting his army, which I really like here. That's my whole plan. Now that his infantry is going for objective number 2, I'm going for a alpha strike into these really scary units here. My opponent wanted to summon a unit. I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, he's doing it now, maybe. Yeah, and Nekari is going for a rear charge into the great unclean one here, and with a bit of support from Soul Grinder, we're gonna be able to decently here. But yeah, Nekari should not stand and fight the exalted unclean one-on-one. On the other side, the spawn are nearly gone. We're going after the exalted, trying to hammer them and get them off the objective. Still, the objective is ours, and I brought 2 of my Marauders to threaten the objective number 2. That's how you should play. You can't stand and fight Nurgle and win as Slaanesh, in my opinion. The objective number 1 is not being threatened, so I'm pretty happy about that. The Plague Ridden was going to get destroyed here, but unfortunately, yeah, I just pull back because I see the Greater Demon and his bodyguards coming from my lord, so I just pull back and go up for the objective. Now we're capturing this. We have more weight than our opponent, so if we capture this, it's gonna be a really great situation for us. Right now I have some units here forgetting to use these guys. My opponent is sending some Forsaking, which is a really nice idea, so I have to bring some anti-infantry units. I'm bringing one of the cultists here for a summon. Another cultist has been summoned here going after the objective number 2. We are pretty close of killing these 2 units, but my opponent slowly moving in, and that's what you have to do here. You just have to make your opponent make hard decisions, going for the objectives with his slow moving units, and then just move to the other one. We still have more weight on this objective, which is pretty nice. I think I summoned a unit of chariots as well, health layers. I wanted to see how they would perform, so we'll see in a moment. Nekari is fighting the Greater Demon here, doing decently, but yeah, overall it's not gonna be a favorable fight for me. So the chariots already going for some cycle charging here into these infantry, sending these marauders to try to hold these units down while my chariot is doing the damage. The Soul Grinder is joining the fight as well. I'm just trying to go for whatever unit that I can, and I think we're pretty close at capturing this objective. It's so close, it's ridiculous. And another overcasted Whip of Slaanesh going down, doing a lot of damage, giving the whole army some buff, and yeah, doing some damage in return, which is pretty nice. We still have a lot of units, and I think we're gonna capture this objective pretty soon. Yeah, with that summon going down, it's going to be ours, I think. Yeah, the bounds of the no, never mind. I think I'm gonna send these guys to go after the Plague Bearers. Nekari is going to help as well. I have to be really careful about this Soul Grinder. He's getting gooned here, so I decided to go for the Plague Bearers, hold them off the objective, and we were able to capture the objective. Now we have triple capped our opponent, not cleanly. I mean, my opponent is doing a really great job trying to capture this this objective number 3, but with our summons and Sweet Sorrow also going down, yeah, giving all of our units vigor and more speed, which is pretty nice. My opponent is going to capture this objective again, but look how bad his situation is. I mean, yeah, he has some units here, but after my Hellfarers get into these Forsaken. These guys are gonna be finished, and I think we have a lot of supplies as well. Yeah, I can summon a lot of units. At this stage I wanted to desummon my infantry so I can resummon them. I didn't have enough units to hold points if I didn't do that. But look at this, look how annoying I'm playing here, just capturing points, threatening capture here, which means my opponent has to bring a lot of his units to try to hold his one objective here. So this was a really nice damage. We got a frontal charge and we did around 10% of this unit damage, which is pretty nice, but that's not the point here. I just have to keep these Forsaken off of this objective, which is pretty close of being capturing another charge. These chariots actually do really well after the patch. I'm pretty happy about that. Again, my opponent has to hold his units in the middle objective, objective number 1. Still mine. I could have sent these marauders to go after the middle one, but right now we're ahead by so much that I actually don't care anymore. I can send this soul grinder to go hold these plague bearers and then charge them with the chariots, slicing shard going down. And interesting thing is that it does decent amount of damage to large units as well. Pretty interesting there. And Nekari just moving around, and yeah, that was a miscast, but yeah, Nekari whipping himself for some reason. And yeah, I'm just moving back and forth, and at this stage I know I'm gonna win. Even if my opponent captures one objective, I'm gonna be fine. So we're just gonna go for a duel and try to do as much damage as possible to the Exalted Unclaimed one. So pretty fun battle, pretty short, 11-11, which was interesting time to end this battle. Let's see how our units sit. And guys, I can't stress it enough. I don't think there is another way to play against Nurgle as Slaanesh any other way. If you guys follow the multiplayer scene, you know that there's winning as Slaanesh against Nurgle in land battles is nearly impossible, but in domination you can do this. You can capture the objectives, make your opponent make him make hard decisions, and just like that you can capture the points and win. Nekari 60 kills, 3650 value, which is pretty nice. He paid for himself. The Seekers of Slannesh usually pay for themselves as well. The Health Riders also did fine. The anti-large units, these two units were the ones that were holding objective number 1. The rest of the units, infantry, did fine. Soul Grinder did okay, still had some HP. The Chariots did fine. I wasn't on top of my micro. I was trying to micro Nekari the whole game, but overall pretty fun battle, pretty back and forth going after the Plague Ridden, which did a lot of damage. I think the Spirit Leeches on Nekari nets a lot of value for some units. So let's see, any units paying for themselves. These Exalted Plague Bearers did really great. The Forsaken were close, but overall, yeah, we did really good in this battle. So that's it for this game, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you consider leaving a like and subscribing. It would really help me and my channel grow. And I have a Discord server if you guys want to join or send me replays or talk about playing matches or scrims. You can find the link in the description of this video. Guess that's it. Catch y'all later. Bye.